Hello everybody, it's Tim Lee Michael and it's time to do a tutorial on drawing eyelashes. Now this image here that we have is one that we just used in our previous video, but I think this is really perfect actually to cover the idea about eyelashes that you need to keep in mind. A lot of people when they draw eyelashes they think about drawing individual lines and they might not even think about doing them in arcs. They may think about just drawing them like that, you know. Looks like someone with a really bad hairstyle. But really there is an importance to arcing your eyelashes, to getting that arc in there. And then also to think about doing eyelashes in clumps. So let's go ahead and look at a few different forms and varieties of that with these different eyes that we have here. Kind of give us a little bit of a better idea. Now, one thing that scared me when I first started drawing eyelashes was the idea that the eyelashes would actually go over the top of the eye, covering over the eye. So if I start drawing an eyelash here, if you look carefully, you'll see I'm actually cutting into the eye itself. And that's because your eyelashes come into the eye and then go back out. They go in towards the pupil and then curve themselves out. And then when it comes to the bottom eyelashes, they come off the bottom lid, and usually there's not many there, so doing a single hair kind of like that is perfectly fine. For people with really thick eyelashes, Asian cultures and things, usually it's just best to design it with a very hard line and really define it. And you see this a lot in you girls who know how to apply your makeup. You see this form a lot where it's just almost a very basic form. And then, yes, there's still bottom eyelashes, but once again, there's not that many. So it's kind of one of those things. And depending on how detailed you want to be with this, maybe you want to make it bigger or smaller, it can become quite cartoony in what you choose to do with it. And just like that. And you can see it just really defines out the face. In a situation like this where the lid is coming over top the eye, you have to think about how that eyelash is going to curve around that skin layer. And so it's just going to curve around carefully. Now you can see I'm drawing these individual hairs, but if you look at how I'm directing my pen, I'm drawing an individual hair and then I'm pulling other hairs out of it. Now this is kind of simulating the idea of mascara a bit more, how mascara will group eyelashes together. And it's a very beautifying technique that makes eyelashes look more thick, because it's grouping those tones together, and that's something to keep in mind as well. And once again, a couple small lashes on the bottom. And you can take these small lashes all the way across the bottom of the eye as well. It depends on how far you want to go. But a key thing that you can see in a lot of different artists, even caricature artists, is to define a lower eyelid before you do that. So each one of these has a lower eyelid, so you can see the depth of that lid there. This is what touches the top side of the other part of the eye. Now, one important thing, if you are drawing a male, if at all possible, skip drawing eyelashes. If you're going to draw a male and they do have long eyelashes, it would be best to define the bottom eyelashes and leave the top eyelashes alone. I'm a guy who has long eyelashes, and as soon as I draw someone with eyelashes, if I draw myself with eyelashes, I immediately look like a female. And I've drawn thousands of caricatures at Disney when I was a Disney caricature artist, where a mom would ask me, can you draw my kid with eyelashes? And I would tell her it's not a good idea. And they go, please do, my child has such long eyelashes. This eye, which could be a guy, could be a girl, could be anything, the instant I do this, and I start drawing in eyelashes to define this mother's child who has super long eyelashes and group them together as you're supposed to or whatever, instantly feminizes it, maybe a bit too much. So there you go. There's our little quick tutorial on eyelashes. If you have any questions, don't be afraid to ask in the comments below. Don't forget I'm also on Instagram at Tim Lee Michael, also on Facebook at Tim Lee Michael. Go ahead and follow me there too, because I do a lot of crazy stuff over on my Instagram and my Facebook as well. Love you guys. God bless you, and we'll see you next time on another video here on the Tim Lee Michael channel. See you next time.